Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been over a year since my last shop tour, and I've been deployed for the last couple months. That's why you haven't seen any videos. So I wanted to come back and do a shop tour because I saved up a good deal of my per diem while I was gone and bought some really nice new toys. And I needed to completely renovate my shop's layout to accommodate those new tools. So let's just get right into it. So for starters, I have my toolbox that has all my spare bits and stuff, all my like dovetail making tools, all my sharpening stones, and then just random, stuff that doesn't really have a home. I just throw on the top there. Air compressor, stuff for my chainsaw fuel, my lawnmower fuel, of course, shop bags, some spare tools, tool kits, the ones you get at Walmart, and when you're just starting out and not really sure exactly what you need or the quality of anything. So I still have a ton of those left over. Over here is extra tool storage. I have a bunch of like extra routers, circular saws, just all kinds of stuff that I've ended up buying a larger version of, or a better version of, and I just keep the little ones for now. There's also some table saw jigs over here, a taper jig, and then a box joint jig for the table saw. There's a dresser. I'm still working on this. It's for my son. It's been on the back burner since I deployed, but now that I'm back, I should get that finished up relatively quickly, or at least I hope so, because he'll like that quite a bit. Here's some wood storage that I haven't moved yet. This is, that's all cherry. That's going to be the inside of an elevator that my uncle has in his house. So I'm going to do like cherry paneling or whatever for the inside of the elevator. And then that's black ash slabs that I milled a couple years ago. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to make out of it just yet, but I'm going to cut them down I'm going to cut about 3 inches off of their length so they'll fit in my shed so I can get this floor space back finally. Now over here, these are some extra wide, these are about 14-inch wide cherry slabs. There's about 10 of them here. My dad found in the attic of a building he bought, along with maybe like 800 board feet of sapele flooring, like 3/4 inch sapele flooring. And he asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, yeah, twist my arm, I guess, so I'll take it. And I've been building small stuff out of it recently. The drum sander that I built, my dad helped me build. It's still in working order. I have a video about those. It'll either be here or here. I haven't figured out where I'll put it, but check it out if you'd like. Chainsaw mill down here. Let's see what else here. I have the rigid oscillating belt and spindle sander. I use that quite a bit, actually. Some people I know don't really care for it, but I find an excuse to use it like every 2 or 3 days when I'm actually home. And moving over from there, this is my like wood turning office corner kind of thing here. And we'll start from this side over here. This is just a small dry assembly bench. I think it's Harbor Freight. I'm not sure. My dad got a couple of them, so I got them off of him. And I have a drill battery charger bank on the side of here that's just connected to a power strip. And I have some hand planes in here. I don't even remember what this thing is called. I use it so infrequently. A scroll saw, that's what it is. I haven't used it in probably 2 years. Got a benchtop mortiser that I borrowed from a buddy of mine whose shop isn't set up, and I was building some end tables and borrowed it. So it's still here. Jeff, if you ever want this again, you're gonna have to come get it. Yeah, this is my Cummins turbo diesel drill press. And they don't make them this heavy anymore. This is an old machine shop rescue. So it's a metalworking benchtop drill press that we somewhat refurbished. I still need to. I'm gonna have to have new teeth machined for it because I can't find them anywhere. Because I'm having trouble getting the table up. I think somebody just like He-manned it without unlocking the back of it and completely stripped out a section of the teeth. So I'll probably have those machined and eventually. And we built this base for it so it can roll around. Then all the drills, Forstner bits, all kinds of stuff down there. This is my 14-inch Porter cable bandsaw. It's just pretty much for pin blanks and like tiny stuff at this point. My Bluetooth speaker here for the radio. Even though I have a 3/4 inch blade on it right now, that's not going to stay on. I just moved this over, and I got something else that will be doing the resawing from this point on here. There's just some bowls that are drying at the moment. My clamps, spare pin parts, all my pin kit stuff is here in this little whatever it is, organizer. So like all the bushings and spare pieces like that, they're all in there, and they're organized by like 7mm, 10mm, 3/8, 25, 64s, all of that. Cool. This is my finishing cabinet, and it can be organized a lot better, but adhesives, all kinds of the like CA glue, stuff like that. WD-40. There's my vacuum pump and my vacuum chamber for stabilizing burl and stuff. Got a crock pot for heating up like beeswax and all that junk. What else do I have in here? Let's take a better look here. It's real great lighting I got in here, if you can't tell. Yeah, this thing is filled to capacity, and I should probably invest in something better or build something better. You know how it is. So here's the bench for my lathe. This has all my like bottle stopper kits, pin blanks, more abrasives and stuff like that underneath there, as well as like different turning kits. I got this that is a motorized camera dolly. I'm still figuring out exactly how to utilize that correctly. Small little convection oven for curing like cactus juice resin when I stabilize burls and stuff like that. I used to have my lathe right here. This is where it was in like all my previous videos. My tiny little red pin lathe. It was, yeah, right there. These are all my lathe tools, as well as my primary lumber rack here. That's all mahogany and sapele, and then all of that's walnut. And there's some like bloodwood and padauk and bacote and burl, all kinds of burls up here that are a bunch of exotics, Purple Heart and stuff left over from like cutting boards and stuff that I made, but a lot of burl, stuff like that. And this is my big lathe. This is a Grizzly, I think it's a 0677. A 0766. Yeah, I'm dyslexic. It is a 22 by 48, I'm pretty sure, so I can turn 22-inch stuff on here. The biggest I've gone so far is about 19 inches or so on this big bowl right there in the corner. It's still got some bark inclusion on it, and it's starting to crack, so I'm going to have to pull a Frank Howarth and cut the guy in half and put in some random, I don't know, exotic wood in it or whatever. And that dude's on a whole nother level than what I am. I'm just some guy in a garage here. So I love this lathe so far. The amount of power, it's a 3 horsepower. It is 3-phase actually, and it has its own inverter. So I just connected it to the 220 single phase that ran into my garage. Thankfully, somebody did that before I moved in. and it saved me a ton of work and effort and money and everything. So it was already out here. Might have been for like another, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you want your washer and dryer out in your garage. I have no idea why it's out here, but so they wired it up, and all I needed to do was plug it in, or make an extension cord and then plug it in, since you have pretty minimal voltage drop on 220 over, 15 feet of extension. And this is my latest acquisition, a 0513X2 17-inch bandsaw. I just got this set up, and I am so excited about it. It's got a 12-inch Resaw capacity on here. It's not the most stable thing in the world right now because I haven't tied it, or I haven't secured it in the mobile base that it's on. But I'm trying to get everything in this shop on a mobile base, so it's just easier to move stuff around. And then my dust collection here is going to that Grizzly 1 horsepower right there. That's also new because I pretty much just have the garage door open all the time, and I had a shop vac connected to everything. But all of these new tools, that has a 4-inch dust port, and then my lathe, when I'm doing greenwood, that stuff goes everywhere. So I just wanted to hook this giant big mouth thing just right up to it. And I just use this little work table thing and a hand clamp, and I just clamp it right there, and it does the job. It's a lot easier than the $80 stand that's on Amazon at the moment. And for the Grizzly dust collector here, I got on Amazon and got a $15-16 wireless remote for it. So I just hit the button and can turn it on and off from any spot in the shop. Okay, and from the dust collection here, there's my turning blanks. Let's see if you can get a better angle here. So it's such a lovely day in Urbana, Ohio here. It's about, I don't know, 4,500, 5,000 pounds of cherry. That's all cherry, except for that one piece on the top. That is walnut. And actually there's that tiny piece right there is walnut too. But the rest of it's black cherry from a neighbor's house that a nice old lady, her tree got struck by lightning. It was about a 200-year-old tree, 150, 200 years, something like that. And she gave it all to me, and I just told her I'd make her a bowl, and that was the agreement we had. So, twist my arm, I guess. I was totally fine with taking 4 truckloads of wild black cherry home to turn into bowls. And last but not least, my dust filtration system, or air filtration system, I guess. I don't want to filter dust, I want to filter the air. It's a Win. I got it off of Amazon. I think they're about $100 right now. And I've had this thing for 2 years, and I left it on when I deployed, and I came back and it was still running. So if that isn't a testament to actually getting a decent piece of machinery for a good price, I can't complain at all. And if you look in the back here, I'll zoom in a little bit. You can probably tell that weird green filter in the back. Let me focus this a little better. Yeah, there we go. That green filter in the back, that is actually 2 layers of the box store cut your own air filter, because you can get enough of that filter from the box store to make 5 filters for this air filtration system, and it costs $10. So, and it's essentially, it's just getting the big stuff out of the air before it goes through your fine bag filter, which is actually on top of this right now because I had to clean it out because it was packed full from running for several months. But it still works. It's got a remote to it. So all I need to do is hit the on button, and that's low, medium, and high. And it's got a 1, 2, and 4 hour timer on it. And that's about it. Okay, that'll pretty much do it for my shop tour here this year for 2017. I plan on, now that I'm back, I'm gonna try to put out a video as often as possible. So if you guys like the tour, you like what I do, you want to see more, or want to see me post more often, let me know. Tell me if there's a project you want to see me do. I'm back for hopefully a while. So really, I missed home, so I'm happy I'm back. But yeah, let me know. Be sure to like, comment, and if you're not yet a subscriber, click that button down there for me. That'll really help me out because I'm trying to get a free X-Carve. Thanks, guys.